going to pause for a moment as we are talking about the future of the NFL and the youth of the NFL being served. You're watching kids on the screen have fun and run 40s. It's what it's all about, is watching children have fun and be themselves. And St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is on the planet to help sick children get better. It's that simple. Not just the research hospital to research and make sure that whatever cancer befalls a child can be cured, and that any parent that gets the worst possible phone call from a doctor can go to St. Jude with their child and help that child get better and never see a bill. Don't see a bill for the health care, don't see a bill for the flight, don't see a bill for the food, room, board, nothing. And the reason why St. Jude can do that is through donations. So 6 years ago, I started doing my silly run at the 40-yard dash in the name of raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. This year, we all know, due to COVID-19, we didn't have a combine. But we, at NFL Network, we, those who run the 40, we, including some very deep-pocketed and very big-hearted donors, we, including the NFL Legends community, we would not stop. We wanted to run. We did not want to let COVID keep us from raising as much money as possible for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So believe it or not, 2 weeks ago, a couple of Saturdays ago, 2 weeks ago today, as a matter of fact, we convened at SoFi Stadium, home of the Rams, home of the Chargers, home of Super Bowl 56, SoFi Stadium at Hollywood Park. We convened there, and we ran some 40s. And there's some very famous people who did it along with me. So I'm thrilled right now, here during the NFL draft, to say we would not be stopped. We were going to run. Here is Run Rich Run 2021, presented by Lowe's, Zebra Technologies, and St. Jude. Welcome to SoFi Stadium at Hollywood Park, home of the Los Angeles Rams, the Los Angeles Chargers, Super Bowl 56, and easily the most special edition of Run Rich Run to date. We're going to try and raise as much money as possible for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, as we do every single year. But this time, I've got a big-time team of support around me. I have 8 donors, extremely generous donors. All of them collectively have donated over $1 million to St. Jude for the right to run and be paired, each of them, with an NFL legend. And these guys put the legends in NFL legends. Before we get started, I think I need a little bit of help with my pregame ritual.
Swirl dance is all about you. Yeah, it's all about flavor, right? Do this. Boom. Boom. That's it.
I think I got it.
One. No, start here with your things, right?
Oh, okay, start
when
here.
You do your hands, do that first. Boom. To the left. To the right. 1, 2, ha! Just like that.
All right.
I'm about to find out how fast I can still run. Age ain't nothing but a number. Let's get it.
Here's how it works. 8 teams of 2. 1 donor paired up with 1 NFL legend. They run the 40. The average of the 2 times is their team time. The team with the lowest time will hoist the first ever Run Rich Run trophy, being the fastest donor and legend team in the history of donors and legends. I got 509.
497.
53. 503.
That's all right. I'm good. I'm happy.
503.
Oh!
Wow, 544. It's not there. I'm serious.
534. Through it.
472.
4-7. That's all I got.
603. First 40 since 1987.
I
ran for a great cause, but apparently I can't run no more. I'm just facing the music.
Winner of the first ever competition involved with Run Rich Run, with an average time of 5.03 seconds, Mark Lurie and Ray Lewis.
Guys, look, we know to run a 40, you got to train for a 40. But to bless a life, you just got to be willing to do it.
Okay, so before I run, I got to talk to my buddy Jake from St. Jude. How are you, Jake?
Hello, Rich Eisen. How are you?
So before I ask you for any words of inspiration, is it true that you're trying to come for my job?
That just means you got a really cool job.
Well, it also means that you're pretty damn good at what you're doing. Let's flip the script here. You interview me. What do you got?
All right, Rich, I know this is a big run for you. I know you try to get below the 6-second mark. How are you feeling about that?
Well, you know what, Jake? I feel really good about myself today. I haven't done a lot of training. It's all about my start. It's all about my finish. But one thing that you can't teach is heart. And I come with a ton of that today, sir.
The extra stretching doesn't hurt either.
You know what, Jake? You can come for my job. I'd love to meet you in person. You're an inspiration to me, and so is St. Jude.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. It would be great to meet you in person as well. And from the St. Jude family and from the St. Jude community, thank you for what you do.
Thanks, man. I got St. Jude on my tie today, so I'm ready to roll.
Let's go, Rich. This is so cool. Let's go, Rich. You got this. Let's go. Let's go. We got 603. 603, Rich. 603. One point. One job. 1 point. Go get it. One job.
Come on in. Come on in. Hands in. Hands in. Hands in. St. Jude on 3. 1, 2, 3. St. Jude.
There we go. 603. I'm not faster, but the number that matters is what we've raised for St. Jude. I get emotional talking about it because I want to thank a bunch of people for helping raise the money. Louise Carter, Director of Media Scheduling with NFL Media and NFL Marketing. She is an angel. The amount of work that she put in, it's remarkable. Jason Potter of St. Jude, Sports Marketing, Carlene O'Reilly before him. I want to thank the NFL Network Senior Coordinating Producer Dallas Hitchcock and his team with Jim Fabio and the crew for putting that together. Tracy Proman of the NFL Legends community, the Senior Vice President of Football Communications and Marketing, and Alex Scazafavi of Player Marketing Coordinator. Thank you so much for getting all the legends there. Reed Bergman, Alex DeSimone, Sam Marks of VaynerMedia, Lowe's, and Zebra Technologies. Mark Laurie, my gosh, he was the one who got all of the donors together. Good luck in making sure you get the Timberwolves with A-Rod. Jen Drago Erickson on his team. Kevin Demoff, the Rams, and everyone at SoFi Stadium at Hollywood Park for loaning us the time to do that. Tom Person of Play Big made those trophies for everybody. Of course, I want to thank all 8 legends who did it and all 8 donors who did it as well, because as of this conversation right now, the most important number is $1.73 million. Wow. For St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And NFL.com/RunRichRun is where you can go to get more. That's to awesome. The good people of St. Jude. Every penny goes right there. No overhead on this operation. Like, every penny goes straight into St. Jude. So I get emotional talking about it. None of us want that phone call.
Nope.
And so this is to make sure that nobody else does either.
That's fantastic.
That's incredible. And a year where we didn't know with no combine, what was the answer here? And you're going to raise as much money or more money than you ever have, Rich. That's incredible.
It is. And the way the people came and rallied around you, and I think I've told you this before, my last game at Tennessee was the Liberty Bowl. Played against the University of Minnesota. And the morning of the game, our trainer, my beloved trainer, Tim Caron, God rest his soul, grabbed me and said, hey, you're coming with me. Didn't say what, didn't whatever. Hopped in a car and we went over to St. Jude and visited with kids the morning of the game. I'll never forget that car ride back, how it hit you at the age of 21, 22, when you think everything is just, it hits you what it's really all about and what you do each and every day, Rich, and try and help these young people and these families. I thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you for saying that, but it really is, like I said, this whole team, and Steve and Renee Bisciotti of the Ravens generously. He's the first one in from all the time, and I don't know if you saw Ron Rivera, his dog Tahoe, ran a sub 3.4 40. And that's the thing. Yes, and he and his wife donated $100,000, and the Snyders, Dan and Tanya Snyder, donated, matched it, and it's the NFL community coming together. NFL Play 60, NFL legends, and the thing that I love the best is every one of those guys who ran the 40, every single one of the legends said, I didn't have enough time to train. I want to do it again next year.
I love it.
You know,
They compete.
They want to compete.
They compete.
Hopefully, we'll expand it.
And Rich, I'd say after the year we've had as a nation, as a world, as colleagues, like, start wondering, like, what's my impact? What's my legacy? It's not going to be which free agent signing I broke or which draft prospect I broke down. I got to say, it's incredible what you do, and this is what really matters. And just from all of us,
hey,
thank you
for saying that. Good Morning Football had some beautiful interviews with some St. Jude Children's Research Hospital patients and children recovering. It's a team effort. I mean, Charlie Yook and the rest of the NFL Network crew to give this space. When I called Charlie, I'm like, you'll never guess what I'm trying to pull off right here. And he and Muir and Q and everybody together, it's just one team together, pulling together to say, let's do this. Let's make it big. Let's make it special. Let's put all these spots on. I'm sure people watching NFL Network throughout the NFL draft lead up are sick and tired of watching me run a 40-yard dash. And trust me.
No, actually,
I don't know.
Actually,
I mean,
I can help you with that one. I can absolutely help you with it because I think all three of us, I'm not going to speak for all three of us, but I think I can. How many times do you guys hear from other people, hey, when's Rich going to run? How many times do you hear it? I told Rich this the other day. My father calls me and says, so when's Rich going to run? So that tells you all about it, but it's not just about you running. It's about everything else. And what I always reflect on, Rich, is Danny Thomas. You know, I mean, putting that all together, everything that he did, Marlo, his daughter, but there is a football tie. Because at one point, he was an owner of the Miami Dolphins, a part owner of the Miami Dolphins. And for having all work its way together, and you and that heart, is pretty phenomenal.
Two things here, Rich. One thing, obviously, this is a family. We're a family at NFL Network. We're a family here with this group, everybody behind the scenes here, and it's a football family. It's a community that comes together for a great cause like this. It's really outstanding. And the other thing I would just add is I think Michael Vick is still the 5th fastest quarterback.
4.72.
It was so great. Everybody stopped, and this was again. Thank you to the Rams. And by the way, Donnie Edwards was timing because you know we had a Chargers and a Rams element to this as well because both obviously play in SoFi Stadium at Hollywood Park. And it was the Rams season ticket holder event. It was the first time fans were inside that stadium, and so many of them were seeing their seats for the first time, and they're all like, "What is Jerry Rice doing down there? Like, what is?" And everybody stopped when it was time for Vic to run, and you could see he kind of felt a little tug of the hamstring. That was with a tug of the hamstring. He wasn't going full speed. He wasn't. And Rod had not run a 40 since 1987.
Well, I can attest
to
that. I saw the last one he ran because he ran it, and then I had to run mine. That was not cool. But Vic running there, you know what that was like? That was like in The Hangover when Mike Tyson knocked out Zach Galifianakis, and Ed Helms goes, he still got it.
It was great. And again, all the legends, you know, and Chris Carter was terrific. I mean, TD, our partner, and it was neat too. And just a couple more minutes here for again, me personally, that Vic and Torrey Holt were both in the first ever NFL Network commercial with Dear Mr. Fantasy.
Wow.
TD was the one sitting next to me in 2005 when we're bored waiting for NFL Total Access to start, the old RCA Dome, and I asked him, how fast do you think I can run the 40? And he goes, right now? And I'm like, yeah, dressed in my suit and my lace-up dress shoes. And I'm like, yeah, right now. And he said, he laughed at me. I cursed him out. And I ran on the field. And now what it's become, he was there as well. And everybody that got together, Mark Laurie says he wants to get more of his friends, and we'll get more legends, and we'll see where this thing can grow. And in terms of, again, growing the pot for St. Jude, NFL.com/RunRichRun, and every single pair of cleats, running shoes that was worn by an NFL legend. They autographed them, and the box. They're available at NFL.com/auction. There it is right there, the visual proof. So go there and get yourself a signed Jerry Rice, get yourself a signed Ray Lewis, Chris Carter, so on and so forth. NFL.com/auction. Again, I cannot thank everyone at NFL Network for giving the time here on such an important day to make sure we raise as much money for kids. A beautiful, beautiful child like that needs your help. NFL.com/RunRichRun. bless you all for considering anything you want to give and for your attention over these last 10 minutes.